From far and wide, Oilers fans, this is Dolynny TV. This is Dolynny TV, guys. Big welcome back to another edition of Edmonton Oilers discussion on the channel. And you take a day off, you sit there and you're relaxed, and you're like, man, I got some Netflix series to catch up on. I got to get rolling with life. I had a good day. I'm just going to chill out, not watch the Oilers game because, you know what? Maybe they'll win without me. And that's exactly what our Oilers did last night. They won 4-1 against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Of course, la-di-da-da-da, McDavid and Draisaitl do the job. However, media, fans, players, upper management, coaching staff, general managers, they weren't concerned about the win against Columbus at all, nor should they be after Bob Nicholson's comments about Tobias Rieder. Because here you go. You go single out a guy who has 11 points in how many ever games. I'll get Tobias Rieder's stats right here, right now for you. Don't worry, I've got them up. Give me a second to refresh the page. We'll get going. Because I'm going to make a point here, and I'm going to make a very, very vocal point. Tobias Rieder has 11 assists in 60 games played. Not a single goal. What does Bob Nicholson go out there and do? He goes out there and calls out Tobias Rieder for being the issue. The reason the Oilers didn't make the playoffs because he has 0 goals. Totally disregarding the fact that his play has led to 11 goals this season in comparison to guys that are signed in similar contracts, right? $2 million, that's a bargain value contract. That's a bottom 6 contract. So let's go sit here and think about guys that are in the same situation as Tobias Rieder and have done just about as much impact. Point total, not goal total, because an assist still happens to be a goal, right? An assist doesn't come about because you checked a guy, that's a hit. An assist doesn't come about because you were on the ice for a goal against. No, that's a minus. An assist doesn't come about because you passed the puck and it got saved by the goalie. No, it comes about because you chose not to shoot the puck and you passed it to the guy that had the shot the puck, and scored. Okay, so that's 11 points. Fine and dandy. You know who else has 11 points that had much higher hopes on his season? That'd be a guy like Ty Rattie. Guess what? Ty Rattie has 11 points in 46 games. Okay, comparable numbers, yeah, sure, whatever, but Ty Rattie has played a lot more top line time than Tobias Rieder this season. Now, bargain contract, bottom 6 forward Kyle Brodziak, well, he's played 66 games, 6 more than Tobias Rieder, and has 9 points. Hold on, what the heck's going on there? Well, now you go over to a guy sitting here that, well, he's making $6 million, okay? This guy makes $6 million. He's played in all but, what, 1 game this year, 72 games, and has a whole 18 points. Milan Lucic. Oh my goodness, come on now. You're calling out Toby Rieder, your bottom 6 guy, who's making $2 million, and goes out there and gives 100% effort, actually has the strength to move his legs, and you're sitting here, Lucic is fine. Yeah, he misses 50% of his hits. He only has 18 points. He's making $6 million. He's not the problem. Not at all. No. Not at all the problem. Now, I did make a video the other day where I was saying we don't need to be blaming our guys. We need to be patient. That was with Koskinen. That was in reference to a $2.5 million goalie who's going to make $4.5. Let's not mistake where we're sitting at the current moment, boys. However, how much old boys club does this smell? How bad does this smell of the old boys club mentality? Because, okay, why? Why in a season in which you have fired the general manager, in which you have fired the head coach, in which your team has made several trades, why are you blaming the guy that somehow is still here, right? Obviously, if you didn't like what Tobias Rieder was doing, you could have easily traded him for a 7th round pick at the trade deadline. But wait. Tobias Rieder's still here. Tobias Rieder got blamed for the Oilers probably missing the playoffs this year. What? Hello? How convoluted in the head do you have to be to think that Tobias Rieder is the issue? How high on yourself, how high on the horse, how nothing's my fault because I say so, do you have to be to think Tobias Rieder's the problem? I'm sorry, look at yourself first, Bob. Come on now, take a look in the mirror and get yourself straight before you make comments. Yes, okay, Bob Nicholson's acknowledged they probably weren't smart. Tobias Rieder's accepted his apology. All fine and dandy, but guys, seriously, we sit here and as Oilers fans wonder why we're the laughing stock of the NHL and we've got a president of hockey operations going out there and making that kind of smart-witted comment. Come on. Come on. If anything, this old boys club mentality that's, oh, it's not our fault, it's somebody else's. If you were going to blame anybody, if you were going to sit there and say, okay, we're going into the season ticket holders meeting. We need somebody to blame. We need somebody they're going to rally around to blame. They're going to sit there and say, oh, yeah. Good point, Bob. That's the guy that's at fault. Why in God's earth would you not blame Peter Chiarelli? I don't understand that. I have not heard one stitch of news about Bob Nicholson saying Peter Chiarelli is at fault for the Oilers missing the playoffs. Not at all. And I'm not arguing if he is or isn't. Why would you not take the scapegoat option and blame the guy who was here most of the season and you fired him? You said he was doing a bad job. You fired him. And for some reason, you can't blame him. You blame a guy that's making $2 million, has 7 less points than Milan Lucic, who's making $6 million. Lucic has 12 more games played, and somehow you sit here and think you should blame Tobias Rieder? I mean, seriously, this is some messed up, high on the horse, old boys club tactics here that are absolutely messed, man. Absolutely 100% off the rocker. And everybody sits here, and the Old Boys Club, they shut down those comments. When the media asks them, oh, is it the Old Boys Club effect? They just shut it down. Well, no duh. If you're this stupid, I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. Like, I don't know. I may be overreacting a little bit, sure, but I just don't understand it. I don't understand how you can do that. How you can do that and think that even, I'm sorry, as a president of hockey operations and Oilers Entertainment Group CEO, whatever the heck Bob Nicholson is at this point, the Old Boys Club cheerleader in chief, if you want to call him that, if you think that going in, or even if you sit there and somebody asks you, is Tobias Rieder to blame? And the first thing out of your mouth is yes? Oh man, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. So, you sit there and you evaluate this. And I mean, we can play this up and we can make every heyday out of it we want, but is anything going to change? Is anything going to happen? Whether we blame the Old Boys Club, we blame Toby Rieder, we blame just Bob Nicholson, we blame anything. I don't think anything's going to change because, as we said, we can blame Daryl Cates for this whole mess because obviously Daryl Cates hired Bob Nicholson, who has now gone on record and said stupid stuff like this. But is Daryl Cates going to fire him? No. Are we going to start the fire Nick tweets and hashtags and chants in the arena? We will, but what effect will it have? Kevin Lowe must go is still with the Edmonton Oilers, so oh guys, I don't know. Our hands are tied here, and unfortunately that just keeps us open to allowing our upper management to keep allowing us to be the laughing stock of the NHL no matter how hard we try. Sorry, cat's over there in the bed, that's why I wasn't able to move the covers. Just realized that's my bad, boys. However, we're just a laughing stock. Absolute laughing stock because it's negative headline after negative headline due to boneheaded management out of the Edmonton Oilers almost on a monthly basis, whether it be stupid trades, stupid signings, stupid performance, stupid anything, stupid comments. It is absolutely flabbergasting as an Oilers fan to say, how much worse can this season get? And then somehow have your upper management think it's the problem of your bottom 6, third line right winger. What? Come again? Is it? I don't know. I realistically do not know How there has not been a single headline that I have seen about the Old Boys Club screwing this up and this being all fault of the Old Boys Club. I'm sorry, this is as clear cut of an example of the Old Boys Club being at fault for how this season's going. But do we hear that headline? No. Do we hear, I believe it's Mark Spector, Nicholson won't be tainted by this? Hold on, Nicholson. Let's go here. Rieder offended. Yeah, we've all been good. Yeah, so Mark Spector writes, Nicholson's Rieder gaffe won't define his time with the Oilers. Gee, if that ain't the most Old Boys Club I ever did here. All right, boys. I'll let you sit on that. I'm going to sit on that. I'm up on out here. This is Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. I will catch you in the next one. Out.